Hello, so my name's Caitlin, and during this pitch, I will discuss what we can do to create a positive and inclusive space inside our stores and online. TK Maxx is already making changes that are noticeable to their stores and online presence, but I would like to highlight areas that I feel we could develop to drive sales and provide a positive shopping experience for everyone that enters our stores. At the moment, plus size people enter stores and are greeted with clothes that relate to these descriptors: flattering, safe, and basic. We need to change this. In order to meet the needs of plus size people, this is the descriptors that we should be looking for when buyers go out to find clothes for TK Maxx. We've got exciting, colourful, and trendy. And before we continue with the pitch, I'd just like to introduce myself. So my name's Caitlin Owens. I'm a graphic design graduate with 3 years of experience working in one of our TK Maxx stores. I'm passionate about plus size fashion and have grew up during the plus size revolution that has happened within retail stores over the last 10 years. Prominent names like New Look, River Island, and H&M created their plus size ranges in 2014 as I turned 17. The increase in clothes available and the introduction of the body positivity movement has affected how plus size people see themselves and the clothes that they look for. I am trend aware, I am passionate about TK Maxx, and therefore I'd like to implement changes in order to make shopping more attractive and inclusive for plus size women. On the next few slides, I want to analyze images that I took inside a TK Maxx store, comparing the plus size section to our other departments in store. If you'd like to write down some of your own observations, we can then discuss them at the Q&A at the end. One thing that I noticed within the store is that short sleeves stopped becoming available after the size 16. It's something that I've noticed a lot when shopping the plus size section, is that our items have long sleeves, mostly 3/4 length. The items on the extra large rail feel summery, bright, and use quite thin material compared to the extra large side, where we can see this rack uses thick cotton material, jumpers, and a lot of white and black. When we step back and look at the small section of the store, it feels inviting, youthful, and colourful. There is a huge selection of short sleeve items and a massive variety of colours compared to the extra large and extra large section, which has a lot of dull colours. As a shopper in my 20s, this section doesn't feel fit for my age group. We should be listening to the consumer needs. In the past, plus size people were afraid of short sleeves and crop tops, because we felt the need to hide ourselves. But times have changed. We need to move with them. There are a number of different ways that we could implement this change within our stores. I want to talk about a few today. One of which is where we could manipulate the layout and the merchandising within the store to make the department feel more inviting. And I want to highlight the importance of education within stores, as I feel that this is lacking. There are numerous articles online of plus size women coming into stores and asking where the plus size options are, to then be told that the associate doesn't know. We should be educating our associates more on inclusivity and advising them how to answer certain questions and deal with different situations, because it affects how customers feel inside the store. We also need to streamline customer experience. One of our stores has a plus size section and another doesn't, and is hashed into the street size clothes, but we do not use signage effectively on the walls or on the shop floor to let customers know about our plus size items. We also need to ensure that our buyers are aware of what plus size customers want. We want to create a section of our store that is inviting and with lots of colour and selection. We could utilize advertising online. There are simple things we could do, like using plus size people within our treasure emails so that plus size people feel represented. Our ability to communicate with customers who own a treasure card is huge. We could utilize this massively as we expand the plus size line within our stores and online. I've recreated one of our emails showing how we could represent plus size women within our emails. Our plus size section online is situated in an easy to locate place on our website. Once we access the website, we are greeted with our selection of plus size items. The body positivity movement has been driven by the masses of plus size social media influencers who create content online. A lot of retailers have begun to advertise their items using these influencers as it brings footfall to their websites. I think that TGX should be doing this as we develop our plus size line. A key influencer that I want to discuss is Emma Tamsin Hill. Emma has 100,000 followers on Instagram, 120,000 followers on YouTube, and 180,000 followers on TikTok. She has built a really strong relationship with her followers and interacts with them a lot. Emma loves home centre TK Maxx. It is something she talks about a lot in her videos online. I can recall her 3 years ago speaking about how much she loves home since TK Maxx, but she doesn't love their plus size section. She has since deleted this video, but when I first watched it, I saw the hundreds and thousands of views and I felt disheartened, but also in agreement with her statement. We have recently asked Emma to create content for us by using our beauty line. In the future, we could ask her again to share our plus size line. It is important to point out that statistics are in our favour. Over 45% of women in the UK are over a size 16, and the market is going to reach over 178 billion by 2028. TK Maxx has a space in the market to fill in regards to the plus size industry, although other retailers exist. The experience of shopping with TK Maxx and the branded goods that we always sell for up to 60% off are a reason to choose us over the competitors. On the contrary, we also shouldn't see other retailers as competition. We are They are an important place for us to learn, and we could also work together. I will discuss a number of different retailers that we should be aware of. H&M and New Look both have in-store shopping available. Their items differ massively. H&M sells quite basic items. They are seen as a more ethical store due to their sustainability promise, compared to New Look, who received a lot of backlash when first creating their plus size line due to their fat tax. New Look added around 30% to all of their items that were plus size due to their increased amount of material used. We do not add this price to the items that go from size 8 to size 14, but we had to add it to the plus size sections, and that's why we deemed it fat tax. An online retail that is making waves in the industry is ASOS. They have the most selection within their plus size section, with almost 33 times the amount of items that H&M has. Their selection of colour is more varied, and they have a variety of brands that sell with them, including New Look, Daisy Street, and Collusion, to name a few. H&M, New Look, River Island, and more plus-size retailers are beginning to move all of their ranges online. Some stores still offer a selection of plus-size items within them, but the majority have moved totally online. Stores have justified this by saying that their items sell better online and there wasn't a need for these items in store. I think that we are letting plus size people down. As retailers, we are putting plus size people on the back burner and saying to them that they can order items online. But why don't plus size bodies deserve to try things on in store or feel the items before we buy them? There is something special about shopping in store, and we cannot blame plus size people for the lack of purchases made in store. If we look at H&M's plus size section pictured here, we can see that the merchandising and items within the section are not exciting. Plus size people are spending a lot of money in order to buy clothes that they want online, even paying extra for customs from shipping in America because they have more trendy items. This proves that plus size people are willing to pay more for the right items. There is a clear difference with both of these ranges when we look at the colours of the items, and they are exciting and revealing. Another key point is that people buy into companies' values. Henning is a luxury brand created by Lauren Chan, who is an advocate for plus size inclusion. Having plus size people designing, buying, and being within the production process is something that becomes obvious when these items become available. People don't just buy into the brand, they buy into the story. The inclusion of plus size people does not come without backlash, which is something we need to consider. Nike created their first plus size mannequin in 2019 and faced a lot of criticism online from journalists and on social media. One of which said, "She cannot run, she is more likely pre diabetic and on her way to a hip replacement." Although the development of a plus size section that is trend aware would draw attention, and some of it may be negative, it is important to consider the values that we as a company want to show through our traces. Since Nike unveiled their plus size mannequin in 2019, the retailer has expanded their plus size clothing range and has noted the Google search of Nike and plus size has increased over 500%. By developing our plus size department, we would be sending a message to all customers that TGX values customers of all body types. We are a store that cares, and we show this through our charity work, our involvement with environmental issues, and how we treat our staff. We have continued to grow even during lockdown, proving the success of our business model. I would like to be a part of the revolution of plus size shopping within TK Maxx. I know that we can be the store with in person shopping to get this right. With my eye for detail, love for fashion, and experience of growing up within the plus size industry, I have an insight into what the customer wants, and I'm keen to get this right. I look forward to any of your questions. Thank you for listening.